Thunder Radio, where we groove as the spirit moves. Yeah. Drawing the honey from the rock with the righteous Reverend Doctor on Booming Thunder Radio.
Welcome, mighty friends, to the fourth watch. I'm Brother T.C. Riding with you all in the spirit this day upon wings of eagles. The keen eye that glides radiant and magnificent across the promised land. Seeing the snakes and the goats. Seeing the snares set upon the land. Bringing forth the wisdom of the knowledge to the children in their nest of the food that they are to consume. Little jackrabbits and snakes by the river. Chewed the cud and fed to the young. But what happens like in New York City when there ain't no more barbecue sauce? What happens then to all them that thirst and hunger for right understanding and will never receive it? For they are not willing to have just one in their vessel. They are like whores and must have many, a legion that they can command in their sorcery in and out of the earth. Since Israel is so blamed stubborn, and spiritual Israel, a bunch of hardheads for sure, like a stubborn old heifer, can mighty YeHoShUa now pasture these, like a lamb in a large field? Sword, I hope you have yours. Not your Esau, king of Israel in a carnal mind that, are the sons of our forefathers that would saw a Jeremiah in half and make all the bullfrogs croak in the rain. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. Their liquor gone. They play the harlot continually. Their rulers dearly love shame. The wind, the mighty rushing wind wraps them in its wings, and they will be ashamed because of their sacrifices, their idol worship, their skilled craftsmen, their smith's work, their casting and pouring forth of molten metal, covering their idols with gold and silver, with hearts of wood and oaths in dark places, that they may enter in and out of heaven some other way upon the earth. Oh, so who will be as a lion upon Ephraim's heart? Like a young lion to the house of Yehuda. Who will tear to pieces and go away? Who will carry away that there would be none to deliver? Who will go away and return to their place until they acknowledge their guilt and seek the face of the glory of the Son? In their affliction, they will earnestly seek YeHoShUa HaMashiach. Come, let us return to YeHoShUa. And he has torn, but he will heal us. He has wounded, but he will bandage us. He will revive us after 2 days. He will raise us up on the 3rd day. That we may live before him. So let us know, let us, in the righteousness of the press, let us press onward to know YeHoShUa and his everlasting glory revealed in the Word, the knowledge of the glory revealed by the Spirit of truth, and our willingness to live and love the Word of truth, that it may come alive and become flesh in each of our hearts. So let us know, let us press on to know YeHoShUa. His going forth is as certain as the dawn, and he will come to us like the rain, like the spring rain watering the earth. Oh, what shall Hosea do in his day with Ephraim? What shall we do in our day for them? What shall Hosea have done with Yehuda in his day? What shall we do with each of you, spotless ones, O Yehuda? For your loyalty is like a morning cloud, and like the dew which goes away early. Therefore, the Spirit of truth have hewn in pieces by the prophets, yea, each of them in Ephraim, yea, slain them by the words of our mouth, and the judgments on you, billy goats, are the light that goes forth. For YeHoShUa delights in loyalty rather than sacrifice, and in the knowledge of God rather than burnt offerings. Yeah, let the glory knowledge foundation be firmly established, as if, the everlasting glory, the Spirit of truth, that burns in all the hearts that stand upon the stone the builders rejected, and cry out against them for their iniquity upon the earth. For all the evil, those that illuminate themselves with darkness, oh, how great is your darkness. The light that comes from darkness. The glistening reflection of dawn, the golden dawn's early light that blinds them where they cannot see the true Son of glory upon the earth. But like Adam, they have transgressed the covenant. They have eaten the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. There they have dealt treacherously against mighty YeHoShUa and all his anointed. Gilead is a city of wrongdoers, tracked with bloody, bloody steps as they row in their river of blood. They must wade out into that P-row in the swamp they made. Oh, let the righteous, let the sons of righteousness, liberty, and truth, justice for all, reign in every place in our treasured lands upon the earth. All those that love the truth more than their next breath, all those people that yearn and thirst for righteousness, that they, each of us, may be filled and be filled to overflowing and burst forth from the clouds, coming as rain upon the land. And as raiders wait for a man, a band of priests murder on the way to Shechem. Surely they have committed crime in the house of Israel. The eyes have seen a horrible thing. Ephraim's harlotry is there. their lodges and in spiritual high places. Spiritual sons have, yea, even Israel has defiled itself. Also, O Yehuda, there is a harvest appointed for you. Yea, when mighty Yehovah restores the fortunes of his people. When Yehovah would heal spiritual Israel's sons, the iniquity of Ephraim is uncovered, and the evil deeds of Samaria. Yea, the 10 kings that rule the earth, for they deal falsely. The thief enters in, bandits raid outside, and they do not consider in their hearts that mighty Yehovah remember all their wickedness. Now their deeds are all around them. They are before mighty Yehovah's face. With their wickedness, they make the king glad, and the princes with their lies. The princes of the air. Let our word never be manipulated by these demons of darkness. May they go blind and lose their feeling and workmanship of their hands, should they ever cast a gaze even upon a righteous man's word of truth. That they can speak in a peace upon their heart and a confidence in the knowing. The spirit of Elijah gleaming in the twinkling of their eye as they look out upon the glistening, upon the water that YeHoShUa HaMashiach walks upon in the 4th watch each day, to bring the word, yea, to reveal himself upon you that desire to be that spotless lamb, yea, that Hanukkah warrior unseen, yea, that mighty man of valor, great giant in the spirit, yea, a humble, yea, little babe, a little baby eagle, yea, as the mama eagle flutters over the nest. They are all adulterers, do you hear? Like an oven heated by the baker. Yeah, the one who knew all the candlestick makers. Who ceases to stir up the fire from the kneading of the dough until it is leavened and swollen their heads. Yeah, Jezebel. Oh, Jezzy ringing her bell in the blindness of evil men's hearts. The scent of the ocean on their lips and fingers. The wretchedness of the sea of darkness. May their sails never catch the wind of revelation and knowledge of the truth. May they seek for truth forever and never find it. May they see lightning and never hear the thunder. On the day of our King, the princes became sick with the heat of wine. He stretched out his hand with scoffers, for their hearts are like an oven. They approach their plotting. Their anger smolders all night. In the morning it burns like a flaming fire. All of them are hot like an oven, and they consume their rulers. All their kings have fallen. None of them calls unto the mighty one of Israel's everlasting glory, the only one that can save them. Yea, the Spirit of truth, YeHoShUa, and the living word manifested upon each of our hearts. Ephraim, mixes himself, upon a potter's wheel and a weaver's work with the nations. Even 70 times 7 may they be forgiven for their iniquity, mighty Father. Ephraim has become a cake, not turned, blackened upon one side. In their darkness are they cast into the lake, into the fire, to be consumed for their unworthiness. Strangers devour his strength, yet he does not know. Gray hairs are also sprinkled on him, yet he does not know. Through the pride of spiritual Israel, even the land of Israel terrifies against him. Yet they have not returned to Jehovah their God, nor have they sought him for all this. So Ephraim has become like a silly dove, without sense. They call to Egypt. They go to Assyria. When they go, Jehovah will spread his net over them. Jehovah will bring them down like the birds of the sky. Jehovah will chastise them in accordance with the proclamation to their assembly. Woe to them, the shadow, as it grows longer, in the setting of the sun. Woe to them, for they have strayed from YeHoShUa HaMashiach and the love of the truth. Destruction is theirs, for they have rebelled against YeHoShUa HaMashiach. The Father would redeem them, but they speak lies against YeHoShUa HaMashiach, the only one who could save them, the one who gave his whole life willingly that he may be the one that would save and do the Father's will everlasting in this moment. And they do not cry to YeHoShUa HaMashiach from their heart when they wail on their beds. For the sake of grain and new wine they assemble themselves. They turn away from YeHoShUa HaMashiach. Although Jesus trained and strengthened their arms, yet they devise evil against us. Yea, masquerading as good when nothing but evil is in their hearts, and lusting upon the innocence brought to them on their day of praying for you all like lions in the darkness. They turn, but not upward. They are like a deceitful bow. Their princes will fall by the sword because of the insolence of their tongue. This their derision in the land of Egypt. Put the trump, yea, put the trumpets to your lips, like an eagle against the house. Like an eagle against the house of YeHoShUa, because they have transgressed Yahweh's covenant and rebelled against, yea, the treasured law of Torah and the revelation of the mystery word that sets men free forever to live in heavens upon the earth. Mercy for the merciful. They cry out to YeHoShUa, my God, we of Israel know you. Israel has rejected the good. The enemy will pursue him. They have set up kings, but not by YeHoShUa. They have appointed princes, but YeHoShUa and the everlasting glory know them not. With their silver and gold, they have made idols for themselves, that they might be cut off. He has rejected your calf, O Samaria. YeHoShUa's anger burns against them. Yea, the 10 kings upon the earth. How long will they be incapable of innocence? Oh, Father, let innocence be born as your merciful hand upon the neck of all those that may sin. Yea, send forth your Moshiach with 2 swords, yea, and his, yea, robe, his vestment dipped in blood. For they sow the wind, and they reap the whirlwind. The standing grain has no heads, it yields no grain. Should it yield strangers, What should it yield? That strangers would swallow it up. Israel is swallowed up. They are now among the nations, like a vessel in which no one delights. A stench upon the earth. A rotting pit of hell. Yea. Blinded by bald-faced lies all their life. Almighty Father, strengthen each one that is to be in your kingdom with mercy this day, and give them the hope of forgiveness in their heart. Let their children come forth and hug and kiss and love them and forgive them, that we can become the us, the mighty ones of spiritual Israel in this land, in this time, in the heavens, upon the earth. For from Israel is even this, a craftsman made it. So it is not God. Surely the calf of Samaria will be broken to pieces, for they sow the wind and they reap the whirlwind. The standing grain has no heads. It yields no grain. Should it yield, strangers would swallow it up. Israel is swallowed up. They are now among the nations, like a vessel in which no one delights, an old hollowed-out log. For they have gone up to Assyria, a wild donkey all alone. Ephraim has hired lovers, even though they hire among the nations. Now YeHoShUa will gather them up, and they will begin to diminish because of the burden of the king of princes, yea, the red dragon. Since Ephraim has multiplied altars for sin, they have become altars of sinning for him. Like a worshipful master, yea, ruling the whole earth. Flaming fire and forked tongue seen in his head. Though YeHoShUa wrote for him 10,000 of his laws, they are regarded as a strange thing. As for YeHoShUa's sacrificial gifts, they sacrifice the flesh and eat it. YeHoShUa has taken no delight in them. Now he will remember their iniquity and punish for their sins. They will return to Egypt. For Israel has forgotten his Maker and built palaces, and Yehuda has multiplied fortified cities. But I will send, yea, mighty YeHoShUa will send a fire on its cities, that it may consume its palatial dwellings, mighty friends. Deuteronomy 32. Yeah, I hope you're at least 18. Isaiah, a spirit of truth in chapter 9, in verse 9, and magnified to 10. May your faith resonate in the knowledge of Mystery Babylon, that all the bald-faced lies before each of us all the livelong day, all the nursery rhymes we learned since we were given a Dr. Seuss to learn from, to be likened to green eggs and spiral cut hams.